Hey everyone, today we're in Torre 25. This is a lovely brand new build in the heart of Playa del Carmen. A lot of people these days are making the decision to move down to Mexico from Canada and the United States. I'm not just a realtor down here, I'm also an expat. I've been living for several decades down here in Mexico, and I'd like to share with you today some of the reasons why myself and lots of other people are making that decision. Mexico, and in particular, this part of Mexico, Playa del Carmen and the Tulum area, offers a quality of life that is far superior to most places in North America. The cost of living down here is about half what you can expect to pay in almost any major city in North America. And the people here are friendly, there's amazing culture down here, and surprisingly, the infrastructure is almost the same, or in some cases nicer, than a lot of places back in the United States and Canada. Like so many other Americans and Canadians, I made the decision to move down to this part of Mexico many years ago. Why would I choose Playa del Carmen to live? Well, compared to many other places, it has a lot of advantages. First of all, the closeness to the United States. The Cancun airport and now the Tulum airport connects this part of Mexico with almost every major North American city and even European, South American, and Asian cities with direct flights. You can't say that about a whole lot of places in the Caribbean. The airline connectivity is incredibly important. Secondly, the infrastructure. Remember, Mexico is one of the top 11 economies in the world. Mexico is a very dynamic and modern country with multi-billion-dollar infrastructure projects. We're talking about international airports. We're talking about high-speed passenger rail. We're talking about multi-million-dollar improvements in the tourist infrastructure. These are things that make the quality of life here, compared to many other places where expats could be considering, much better. And of course, the quality of life in terms of the culture here in Mexico, in terms of the incredible food scene, and also, this is a mecca now for people from so many countries, so just living in close proximity to people from so many different countries makes this a top destination for a lot of expats from the US and Canada. Now, within a country like Mexico, there are so many places to choose from, but this area, this Caribbean coast, from Cancun down to Tulum, is special and stands out for many reasons. First of all, of course, the beach and the ocean here is incredible. It's nicer than anywhere else in Mexico, and it's one of literally the nicest beaches in the world. There's also a large number of English-speaking people living here. We have all of the creature comforts you could expect back home. Things like, Starbucks, all the fast food chains, Sam's Club, Walmart, Home Depot. You can get American, Canadian TV. You can, crying out loud, you can watch Canadian hockey or American college basketball on TV. You go to the movie theater and see movies that are currently showing in the US and Canada here on movie screens as well, and in English. So you can have just as much of the taste of back home, but living in an incredible tropical paradise and also paying property taxes that are 10 to 20 times lower than anywhere else in North America. This is truly a unique place within the continent. What would my recommendations be to other expats or people thinking of moving to another country before they make that move? There are a lot of factors I would suggest considering. First of all, the proximity to the US and Canada. How quick can you get back home in case you need to? The airport where you're going. Are there direct daily flights? How expensive is it to get there? What's the infrastructure like in the place you're moving? Okay? Are there going to be modern roads and modern hospitals, modern supermarkets and restaurants and shopping? Can you get an Amazon delivery within 48 hours? All these things, may not seem important on their own, but add them together and it's going to make your quality of life a lot different. Also, being able to do things like having modern banks, having modern tourism facilities, having shopping centers that are just like back home. All of these things you can find in places like Playa del Carmen, Cancun, and Tulum. Can't find them everywhere in the Caribbean or Central America. Those are important things to consider. All right, so how is the process of finding a property down here compared to Canada or the US? Well, for the most part, it's remarkably similar. I mean, the most important thing is finding a realtor that you can trust. There's a lot of realtors down here, but it's important to make sure that they're with a company that has a solid track record, that has delivered properties, that has happy, satisfied customers. Also, having a wide network of properties to choose from to make sure you get the perfect property is extremely important. And also, it's important here to talk to a law firm that's bilingual, that has international clients, that's done the process of helping foreigners select, purchase, and register their properties. Will make things a lot easier for you. A lot of people are asking, what does the future look like for places like Playa and Tulum? Well, let me tell you, the future is pretty bright. Tourists and the number of international visitors to this part of Mexico have been going up and up and up for over a decade. We're the one place on earth that opened up quickest after COVID, that was affected the least, that opened their arms to travelers. And every year, the number of passengers flying through the airport in Cancun, and now the brand new international airport in Tulum, are rising. Over 50 million passengers a year, making the Cancun airport one of the top airports in the world. Property values have been going up for over a decade, and every economic indicator suggests they're going to keep going up. Major infrastructure projects like the Maya train, which is a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure project that's going to have the first true high-speed passenger rail network in the entire Western Hemisphere, is already opened up and is almost all the way to Tulum. Things like this are guaranteeing that investments down here will continue to generate a very solid return on investment for years to come. You know what they say about real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Well, look behind me. Torre 25 is in the heart of Playa del Carmen. And from this beautiful rooftop lounge area, you can see everything, all the actions at your fingertips. Don't hesitate, call me today before all these beautiful units are sold out to other lucky investors.